Certain protocols and there's certain way that officers should handle things, and I don't believe choking them is in any of them.
It's so easy to sit in the peanut gallery and make those criticisms.
Police misconduct or proper protocol.
It started right here is where he initially slammed him.
Tonight, we're going deeper, getting new information and a fresh perspective on the Buffalo video that is igniting a firestorm of debate.
If that person wants to fight you or resist you, you're in for a battle.
Now, with 7 First Alert weather, this is 7 Eyewitness News at 5.
7 Eyewitness News has uncovered new information tonight about Paris Stevens. He's the man at the center of that Facebook video that has now been viewed more than 89,000 times.
Stevens faced arraignment this morning on charges that led to this arrest recorded on an eyewitness's cell phone, and court documents show now he admits he broke the law. 7 Eyewitness News has team coverage of this developing story. Ed Riley has spent all day talking to police about dealing with allegations of excessive force. But we begin tonight with Ed Dranch and those very revealing court documents.
Well, in this video, we see Paris Stevens struggling with police, and we now know he's been arrested and faces several serious drug-related charges. Now we're getting the police perspective of what happened before this recording, thanks to these court documents obtained by 7 Eyewitness News. Officers explain Paris Stevens, the guy on the ground in this video, was drinking with a bunch of other guys outside a store on Bustye Avenue when they approached him and asked for ID. But when they approached him, officers explained Stevens swallowed a bag full of nearly 40 smaller bags of crack cocaine. He was taken to ECMC where he threw it all up. According to these documents, after vomiting, Stevens spontaneously said, "Got it, it's out. I told y'all I could throw it up. It's the largest amount I ever swallowed." Officers asked Stevens, "How much do you think you had in weight?" Stevens answers, "Like 3 grams, and goes on to say, "I ain't going to lie, I sell." Each of the baggies Stevens swallowed, according to these court documents, were recovered and put into evidence. Stevens also faces charges of obstruction and resisting arrest. Police say they had to forcibly subdue him because he locked up his arms and his legs while they were trying to arrest him. He's due back in court on all the charges next week. At the digital desk, Ed Ranch, 7 Eyewitness News.
Now, the video of that incident was posted on social media, and it's getting a lot of reaction from law enforcement today. Police understand that cell phone cameras are watching them all the time now, but police caution against any rush to judgment here because what is posted online may not always tell the whole story. Here's 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ed Riley.
Police work can be ugly at times, and there are times where we have to use force. And that doesn't mean that it's wrong just because we're using it.
This cell phone video taken in Buffalo is the most recent example of police actions being recorded, followed by citizen allegations of excessive force.
You have to use the video as part of the investigation. It's just part of the evidence.
Police realize there are more cell phone cameras than ever watching them. And while police departments know it is leading to increased publicity about officer behavior, not everything that is recorded by the public is a case of wrongdoing.
Claims of police brutality, excessive use of force claims, 99.9% of the time, the officer's exonerated by the video.
But police realize there are some hoping to catch improper behavior so it can be posted online.
It's discouraging that people want to trip them up and try to catch them doing something wrong.
A lot of times as a police officer, it's a true dilemma. No matter what you do, you're going to be criticized from one side of the aisle or the other.
In the case of this Buffalo video, officials now believe the officer may have acted properly after suspect Paris Stevens tried to swallow 39 packets of crack cocaine.
From the early review that has been done at this point, it seems like the action of the police officer potentially could have saved the life of this suspect.
But some in law enforcement worry that videos like this can create such a public uproar on social media that officers might begin second-guessing themselves and worry too much about the cell phone cameras.
So he's being criticized for attempting to help this person or prevent him from potentially choking and dying. What public outrage would there be right now if that police officer stood up and stood back and put his hands up and took no action?
Law enforcement reminds the public that cell phone video does not record everything that's happening before the incident occurs. And that's why there are some urging more use of police body cameras. More on that part of the story coming up at 6 p.m. Ed Riley, 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Ed. New information just coming